DC Intel means staying informed and connected with the news that impacts our nation.
Love is the only way. Love is the answer. Love is the only way. Oh, love, love, love. It's the only way. Oh, love, love, love. Let it lead the way. In a world so cold, love's the warmth we hold. In a sea of doubt, love will find us out. Oh, love, love, love. It's the only way. Oh, love, love, love. Let it lead the way. So cold, love's the warmth we hold. In a sea of doubt, love will find us out. Oh, love, love, love. It's the only way. Oh, love, love, love. Let it lead the way. Hearts beat as one. Underneath the sun, love's melody sets our spirits free. Oh, love, love, love. It's the only way. Oh, love, love, love. Let it lead the way. I feel it in the sound of freedom. I can hear the sound of a revolution. I can feel the ground shaking. The winds of a change coming, coming. Sound of freedom, oh so loud. Revolution in the crowd. Shaking ground, winds of change. Feel it all rearrange. Voices rising, hearts beating, hope in the air, never retreating. A new day dawning, colors bright, embracing the change, feeling right. Sound of freedom, oh so loud. Revolution in the crowd, shaking ground, winds of change. Feel it all rearrange. Break the chains, break the mold, embrace the future, bold and bold. Stand together, hand in hand, united we rise across the land. Sound of freedom, oh so loud. Revolution in the crowd, shaking ground, winds of change. Feel it all rearrange. Can you feel the evil? Watching every move you make. Good versus evil, blood of the innocent everywhere. But we stand up and make America great again. Together we'll shine in the darkest night. We stand up and make America great again. United we'll fight for what we believe is right. Together we'll shine in the darkest night. We stand up and make America great again. In the face of adversity, we find our unity, rising above the hate to make America great.
If I give you one message to hold in your hearts today, it's this. The more people tell you it's not possible, that it can't be done, the more you should be absolutely determined to prove them wrong. Treat the word impossible as nothing more than motivation. Relish the opportunity to be an outsider. Embrace that label. Being an outsider is fine. Embrace the label. Because it's the outsiders who change the world and who make a real and lasting difference. The more that a broken system tells you that you're wrong, the more certain you should be that you must keep pushing ahead. You must keep pushing. And always have the courage to be yourself.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
But from today and from the day I take the oath of office, we will rapidly drive prices down and make America affordable again. We're going to make it affordable again. So as much as you can, do something that you love, work hard, and never, ever give up, and you're going to be tremendously successful. Tremendously successful. Thank you. God bless our military. God bless the memory of the fallen. God bless our Gold Star families. And God bless America. Thank you very much.
You are listening to your source for trusted intel and news. You're listening to Live with DC.
Hey there, it's your favorite president. You need to be listening to my friend DC. He's a trusted source and won't lead you astray.
Thank you for listening to You Host DC, your trusted source for intel and news.
Let's get ready to rumble!
All right. Sorry about that, guys. A lot going on here today. Got a ton of stuff going on. But it's Tuesday. Tuesday. Next Tuesday is the big day, right? We're going to win this thing. That we are. Okay. Now we get started here. great day to be alive. Great day to be ready to get our president voted in. My God, it's been a long time. We've had to deal with so much kooky stuff. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Sorry for the delay. Had several phone calls come in at the last moment that I had to take care of and answer some questions about some sheriff's departments. Okay. So anyways, it's all good stuff. Good stuff. Great day to be alive in America. Great day to just realize that, man, we fought so hard. We fought so hard just to stay alive and awake in this last 4 years, and it's about to be a breath of fresh air. And I'm excited. I hope you are too, because we got a lot of good stuff, man. A lot of good stuff. Tonight, 7:30 p.m. Not Central Time, Mountain Time here. Be doing another show, and this show will be I don't even know, like to call them really shows, but anyway, we'll be doing a thing tonight, and lots of good intel, stuff you need to know, stuff I don't really have time to talk about on the daytime show, but it's a good thing. Tonight is a good thing. There is no way in Hockeyville that you'll be able to walk away tonight going, I still don't believe. I still just don't believe. I still don't believe. I still believe what CNN is saying. I still believe what MSN is saying. There's no way. And if you can walk away tonight thinking that, then my God, I don't know if there's even hope for you. But it's a good thing. If you got non-believers, that's what the show's about. Non-believers. If they're a non-believer, we're gonna make them a believer tonight. We're gonna give them so much facts and so much visual proof. We've been working on it all. So those of you that's going to be watching online tonight, you will be able to see what I'm talking about exactly. Let me just say this. We pay attention to detail. I'd say that all the time. Detail, detail, detail. I'm sorry, but I overlooked this detail. And I'm normally pretty daggone smart about it. And, but maybe it's just one of those things that it wasn't meant to be seen at the time. And now's the time, because we have so many still non-believers and people that just don't want to believe that America could actually go through the things that we've been through and have the stupid stuff that we've had. But anyways, it's the show for non-believers tonight. And, of course, believers and supporters. But we're 6 days, 11 hours, 38 minutes, and 30 seconds now away from the election. We will be live that day. I'm not sure we'll probably start out at our normal time, 1, but we'll figure out all that, because we're going to have us a little election party. The other thing is this. Whether you support Halloween, trick or treat, that's your business. If you had your church had a little thing and y'all got dressed up as Bible characters, fantastic. If you went out as a goblin or a ghost or whatever, God bless you. I'm asking you this. I figured it'd be kind of cool to do this. If y'all took any pictures of yourself or anything like that, of your family, whatever, and you want to share it with me. Share it with me. I'm going to do a small contest, and whoever I think wins out of this, we're going to send you a nice little Halloween gift. No, it won't be Halloween, but we'll send you something. And we'll probably post it up on the website, too, of the winner of that. But if you got any pictures, or if y'all dressed up, if your work did it, whatever, and you want to shoot it to us, shoot it to me. It's you can go to our website and shoot it that way. Or either, y'all can do it that way. If there's not a way to do it, dc@eiobn.com is the email. Anyway, jumping in the chat here. Good afternoon, watching from Prairieville, Louisiana. DC, Operation Zebra. Yep, sort of. We'll talk about that tonight, actually. We'll bust it all wide open. When I tell you this puzzle is about to just come all together tonight, I'm telling you, better make sure that you've got your pajamas on or whatever, Be ready, tucked in like the old days. You sit next to the AM radio and you listen for Orson Welles, or you listen to Art Bell, or you listen to some of these other cats, and Paul Harvey, and the rest of the story. I'm about to give you all the story tonight. I'm not kidding you. It's going to blow your pants off. And it's so great. Oh, God, it's so great. And the great thing about it is this. You're not going to hear it anywhere else except for this show. And I know a couple people has reached out to me and said, hey, DC, some of the different Rumble people is going to be doing a night of prayer. And if you want to go join that, by all means, go join that. I'm not telling you not to join that. Because the Lord knows our country needs prayer. It's going to be a good next couple days. Anyway, Prairieville, Louisiana. DC, hope you're having a great day. I am. Hey, from Coffeeville, Mississippi. DC, hey, DC, Leona. Lord have mercy, I'm just so wound up today. Leona and Aaron here from Gig Harbor, Washington. Can't wait until tonight. Oh, it's going to be great. I'm not kidding you. It's just great. I've been about to explode. I'm not kidding you. I want to say it so bad because it ain't just one little thing. It is a massive, massive cloak and dagger, whatever you want to call it. It's just unbelievably massive. And it answers every daggone question. Why hasn't the military done this? Why haven't we seen this? Why haven't we seen... Every single question that you have will be answered. I'm not kidding you. DC checking in from Wisconsin. Thank you so much. Hello from Oklahoma. Central Missouri in the house. Thanks for DC, all you do. Thank you so much, Patty. Central Missouri in the house. Good afternoon, DC. Until Amy in Winston-Salem. Austin in the house. Bellefontaine, Ohio in the house. Augusta, Arkansas in the house. Mason, Texas in the house. Western Kentucky listening intensively. Good deal. Hello, DC from Rogue River, Oregon. Augusta, Arkansas. Mason, Texas in there. Austin. I'm not sure why it's doing this here. Holden Beach, North Carolina. East Tennessee in the house. Middlesex, Virginia. Eastern Washington checking in. Holden Beach. Good afternoon until family. Okay. Greetings from Indiana, Western Kentucky, Dallas, Texas. Listening later from Mississippi. Okay, awesome. Phil from Cartersville, Georgia, Charles City, Virginia in the house. Watson, Louisiana. Any updates on corruption arrest here? Yeah, but no. Yes, but can't discuss. Ringgold, Georgia in the house. Livingston, Tennessee in the house. Holden Beach again. Oak Ridge, Tennessee. DC from Rogue River. I'm not sure why the chat is just overly doing this here. If I'm missing somebody, I'm so sorry because the chat screwed up. Eastern Pennsylvania in house. Gig Harbor, Washington. Orange County, New York in house. Raleigh, North Carolina. RC and EC. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in again. Eastern Washington here. DC Gwen. Karen in house from Hamilton, Ohio. Okay, thank you so much. Dallas in the house. Mississippi in the house. Fairfield Bay, Arkansas in the house. Switched over from YouTube. Hutchinson, Kansas, thank you so much. Alaska in the house. McAllen, Texas in the house. Lots going with the military helicopters. Yes, especially Texas and Arizona, and also in the New York area and up along that coast. Lisa from Dayton, Ohio saying hello and God bless. God bless you. From Wren, Mississippi in the house. Good afternoon from Livingston, Tennessee. Hey, DC, it's Peggy from Bath, New York. I can't wait to hear what you have to say. My favorite part of the day is listening. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening. Let's see here. We got Eastern Washington in there again. Columbus in the house. Western Kentucky, Mississippi again. Beaufort, Georgia in the house. Ohio in the house. Edmond, Oklahoma in the house. Oklahoma City in the house. Fleming Island, Florida. Sent you an email. There's got to be been from the White House. That will be answered tonight, Sherry. And not only will it be answered tonight, I will show you pictures of what's actually up there. It's going to be good. Mesquite, Texas in the house. Denham Springs. Hey, Saints girl. Trump signs everywhere. We live winning. Yep. Let's see here. Coleman, Alabama. Thank you so much, Coleman. I saw a story about Coleman, Alabama a while back. I was going to touch on it. It's a good story, actually. It was a story about I was going to touch on it, and it totally slipped my mind, but it's been several weeks. But actually, in Coleman, Alabama, there was a guy out there. I think it was an older man. Somebody came in and tried to break in on him and shot and killed him. Of course, y'all say, well, how can that be a good story? Well, he won't be thieving anymore. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Michigan in the house. Beaverton, Oregon. Michigan in the house again. Norton, Ohio. Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Yes, I'm still on tonight, Monica. Patriots from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Knoxville, Tennessee. Rosemary from Plymouth, Massachusetts. Jackson, Missouri. Alma, Michigan. Camden, Tennessee. Iowa in the house. Stanford, Kentucky in the house. And Meet, Louisiana in the house. Yeah, there's something going on with the chat. It's not me. It's Rumble. This just gives us more reason to leave Rumble and go to our own platform. We'll still be on Rumble, but anyways, Works, Virginia in house. Hendersonville in the house. Is it too late to purchase silver and gold? Absolutely not. Email me, dc@eiobn, and I will for sure put you in the right place. DC, rise of energy. I feel a rise of energy in our nation. Patriot Nation from the desk in Northeast Mississippi. Yes, and it is, man. I'm telling you, it's like the heartbeat is getting faster and faster. Live Oak, Florida in the house. Montgomery, Texas in the house. Greetings from Jamestown, New York. Fancy Farm, Kentucky. Fight, fight, fight. You better believe it. Heidi from Philadelphia. DC, Coasty Mike. Missouri, Texas, brother. Thank you so much. Hello, DC. David from Green Cove Springs, Florida. Get Road Report. We're going to get that tonight, too, a little bit. Hey, DC and Patriots. 2 shows a day? Absolutely right. 2 shows a day. If you can handle it, right? Y'all strong and smart people. Patriots, we can handle it. Hello, DC, and everyone from Georgia, Camden, Kentucky in the house. Fleming Island in the house again. Lakewood Ranch, Florida. Evansville, Indiana. Kentucky. Can you tell us about the helicopters in front of the Capitol last night? It's not just there that they were there. You got, well, in Washington, D.C., you got helicopters and everything flying around right now. I'll tell you this. The airspace right now is engulfed with military occupation. That, the whole United States. It ain't just one specific place. But in D.C., they were actually, part of this is the Harris-Biden administration that is doing all these impromptu, whatever you want to call it, training exercises in case of an insurrection. So they're actually pulling out everything right now. They're just trying to scare people. Kamala just pulled her campaign out of North Carolina. Well, good for her. She needs to be out of the United States. She needs to go to Ukraine since she likes to give money there so much. And Biden, too. Send Biden to Ukraine. That can be our gift as America to Ukraine. Let's put Kamala and her administration and Biden and his people and anybody else that supported that shit show and put them on a plane, and we're going to send them to Ukraine with a one-way trip ticket there. And you know what? Let's just go ahead and for kicks and giggles, we'll give them the same stuff they gave the migrants. We'll give them a little bit of cash. We'll give them a place to stay for 2 months, and then we're going to turn them loose, and whatever happens, happens. And we'll see what happens there. Beaverton, Angie in the house. Loveland, Ohio. DC, when you come, hey DC, when you come to the Nashville area, holler at me. I'm a private driver. Live in what? Okay, awesome. Shoot me an email. CM547. Shoot me an email. Go to our website eiobn.com. Put your information in there, and I'm actually gonna be out there pretty soon. So the show's at 7:30. Yep, it is. How do we stop the Democrats from declaring Trump as disqualified? We used to ignore them because they're a bunch of douchebags. Okay. Some just brought my lunch as I was going through the drive-thru. God bless. Oh, that's awesome. They bought your lunch. Arkansas, Texas, Louisiana in the house there. Georgia, we love you too. Louisiana in the house again. Got a lot of Louisiana, Texas, all those in there. Michigan up in the house again. Yes, DC, I saw the clip where Melania stated the next CNC. Right. Hey, DC, please calm my nerves. Okay. Deep breathing. Breathe in, breathe out. It's all going to be good, Jared. Nothing to worry. We're okay. Patriots from Minnesota, Atlanta tampon. Timmy, that's right. A lot of shit going on in Pennsylvania. Trump is all over. Yep. Trust me, there ain't one stone that's being left unturned. Even like these ballot boxes being set on fire. You know how stupid it is? They'll set these ballot boxes on fire, and 20 feet away is a camera. Is cameras. This shows you how dumb it is. I'll tell you how dumb it is. It's about as dumb as the delivery driver we talked about last week. That was, well, not a delivery driver. He was bringing pamphlets for Kamala Harris campaign. And he brings them into the house. And then he sees a scooter outside the house and goes, hey, what the hell? I'll just take that scooter because, you know what? I'm a big thief. And he's caught on camera. Same thing. We're going to go set a ballot box on fire and they ain't going to find out who we are because we got a hoodie on because everybody wears a hoodie. Whatever, man. Do you realize that we can track you down by the way you walk? I mean, seriously. I celebrate fall, but I do not celebrate Halloween. That's fine with you. Everybody hates Halloween. I understand. You don't have to do it. I don't really do it. The only thing I do is I drive around. This is no lie. Oh my God, I don't have it with me. If I had it with me, I'd show you. I'm gonna tell you this. I bought a mask. Well, I have several, but I bought one. One of those mesh masks, fit over your head, but you can see out. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did it. It's of. Can you guess who it is? I'll put the reading on hold for a second. I'll tell you who it is. P. Diddy. It was. And I'm telling you what. So yesterday evening, we go to eat some Mexican, and there was some of these cool cats. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, what's up? Outside the place, they all stand, and they had their shirt on. Their shirts had like P. Diddy and all that on them. I was like, oh, what the hell? Turned around, put the mask on, drove around the lot, and come back around, roll my window down, and stuck a peace sign. It's like, hey, what's up, Cool Breeze? And they went, hey, man, that's my nigga over there. That's my nigga. I'm like, come on, man. Whatever. Still celebrating. But it's a good head turner because people about pooped their pants. I went through the bank, too, did the same thing. And the guy at the teller was looking through the cameras like, what the heck? Couldn't believe it. P. Diddy was in there making a deposit. But anyways, DCPA is doing stolen votes. Man, I will say this. Everything is being looked at. I will tell you this. I've told you this several times. I'll tell you this again for the election. Do not think it's going to be absolutely what the news is saying. It's all panic. Now, I understand. Yep. Setting stuff on fire. Yeah, there's people doing crazy things. I am telling you this. From day one, that Biden was in the White House, we were still under military occupation. And if you don't think for 2 seconds that there's not, why do you think Trump and even Elon Musk, the king of intelligence, is telling everybody to vote early? They keep a track of this stuff. They're tracking it. And all these things that were burnt, these votes that were burned up, these ballots, those people all get a text message, and also, if not a phone call or an email sent back, or an email, but they also get a mailed letter to them. Hey, your stuff was burned up. Well, how do they track that? Trust me, it's tracked. Let's see here. Let's see. Good afternoon, Spring Lake, Michigan. DW Brown 7. Larry, how you doing, brother? I just sent you an email. Howdy from Glen Rose, Texas. I've not been able to listen to Trump's speech today. I was thinking 20 minutes ago on YouTube. Looks like you. Yeah, trust me. All the internet today, everything is all jacked up. There's a lot of traffic and there's a lot of stuff going on. But it's okay. Looking forward to tonight, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Time tonight, 7:30. Dems are quiet, yep, they are quiet. Let's see here. Tampa Bay, Florida in the house. Where can we find the show? Same place you are today. EIOBN.com, the radio station, plus also all of our social media outlets. 7:30 Mountain. The day we've all been waiting for Julie Carson. Okay. Missouri in the house. I'm almost done. Sorry, guys. There's a lot here. There's over 1,000 people here I'm reading. Jefferson, Georgia. DC, I can't sleep. Waiting for your intel. Okay. All right. DC, do you think the Q post what happened tomorrow? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know why. If it would supposedly happen tomorrow, I don't know why. Because all that happened a long time ago. Some, and when you understand at Q, it's not just one person, and there's different drops, and it's not the same person doing it. And sometimes, and that's what it's kind of confusing about to some people. I don't understand anything about it. Was those of us that how can I say this? I don't want to say too much because I don't want to give away tonight. But those that know, they know, but at the same time, we don't understand why sort of posts like that will go out when it's already been done. Whether people believe it or not, I don't care because I know it or know. What is being built at the White House? Kamala do a speech from there tonight. I hope she does a speech from there tonight. Which stage that is. But Lafayette, Indiana, and House, Indiana, House again. Dalton, Georgia, Matthews, North Carolina, South Carolina in the house. Canada is in the house, listening. Virginia Beach. Watertown, Fort Drum, New York in the house. Alta Vista, Virginia. Plymouth, California, Minnesota, Space Coast, Florida, Baytown, Texas. Man, we got a lot in here today. Donaldsville, Georgia. Yeah, we're at 1,159 people. I'm trying to read off here. St. Peters, Missouri, Muscle Shoals, Alabama. Still want to come there. Glen Rose, Texas in the house. Letcher, Louisiana in the house. A whole bunch of military activity. Yep. Alabama in the house. Montgomery, Texas in the house. Oklahoma City back in the house again. Wetumpka, Alabama. Kansas City in the house. Indiana in the house. Wilsonville, Oregon in the house. Cary, Ohio. Findlay, Ohio in the house. Pound, Virginia in the house. The suspense thing is killing me. Me too. Daggone it. Me too. Bridge City, Texas. Spruce Pine, North Carolina. Upstate New York in the house. Except Deer Park, Texas in the house. Tulsa, Oklahoma in the house. Gilbert, Arizona. Northern Kentucky. Hartsville, Georgia. Dawsonville, Georgia. Let's see, Duncan, Oklahoma in the house, listening from Gainesville, Texas. Let's see here. Okay. Cape Girardeau. Okay, Missouri. Greenville, Michigan. Jefferson, Georgia. Are illegals really coming in? Absolutely. They've been coming in for 4 years plus. Birmingham, Alabama house, great place there. Littleton, Alabama, excited about tonight. Trump train, yep. Starting a muscle show. Oh, man, that would be great to go to that. Northern Kentucky, yay, first time catching you. Thank you so much, and hopefully you'll tune back in again. Kentucky, CRMP F1. Scott here, Red, California. That's right. East Tennessee, man, we need a boogie in here. Gritty, Colorado, Glen Rose, Texas, Virginian house, another Birmingham, Alabama, seems, Texas in the house. Let's see here. DC, you make this shit show entertaining. Oh, well, thank you so much. That's great. I guess I'm trying not to miss me. Tennessee in the house again. Bonnie Lake, Washington in the house. Man, Livermore, California. Hey, DC, all great pages. Louisiana house. Awesome. Yep, Diddy. How many people? What? London, Texas in the house. Man. Alabama in the house again. Yeah, I saw where the Orlando couple was arrested and discarding. Yeah. And you know what? They should go to jail for that. Sherry, Benbrook, Texas. Stockbridge, Georgia. Dundalk, Maryland. Weberville, Michigan. And Oxford, Pennsylvania. Port St. Lucie, Florida. Public disclosure. It's going to start tonight. Smoke that in your pipe. Yeah. Okay. Benson, North Carolina. And Washington State again. South Carolina. Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. All right. I think we're there. If I missed anybody, so sorry. Okay. Man. All right. Moderators, put in there the time tonight, please. And our website. Okay, now we're starting. Sorry about that. We had a lot of people to go through. My God, man, we're like really cracking on the time here. So anyways, thank you so much for listening today. Sorry so much for the rambling. Sorry so much for the stuff. But man, we had a crap load of people come in here. And between YouTube, Rumble, and the radio and other stuff, we're really cracking numbers here, which is great. So anyways, I will throw this out there too. If there's anyone that is retired or maybe semi-retired that wants to do something, that loves history or loves news and stuff like that, I'm looking for someone that can volunteer, but someone that can be a part of the show here to help with some things I'm wanting to get done with news. If you're interested, hit me up in an email and somebody will get back to you. All righty, so let's go here. Okay, first things first. Email. I'm going to read an email here. Let's see here. Jeep Girl, if you're listening here, that's a yes to your email. Just shoot me some contact information. Anyway, we've got a lot of stuff that's been going on. Guardians. Those are the Guardians. We are getting your stuff out to you. It's been absolutely overwhelming with just North Carolina, Tennessee, and even before that, just a lot of things. Trying to get our platforms right and everything. Guardians, I have not forgot about you. Your stuff's coming out. I actually got somebody else that's part-time working on all that to make sure that I haven't missed anything, because some stuff was sent out and some stuff was missed. So if you get another email or somebody back from you saying, hey, we need your information again, then just do it, because it means something that you typed in there was wrong. Okay. Okay. So, man, we got a lot of stuff. Where do we start? Okay, we start with this. A lot of people, they want to hear things, but I'm going to tell you this. There's a lot of things going on just in our country, but even in this, in the world itself. You've got North Korea that sent, first they told they were sending 3,000 troops to Russia to train because they're going to probably go to war, fight against Ukraine in the next several weeks. But that number has changed because whoever got their intel first on, oh, it's just 3,000, first of all, needs to be fired, because it's 10,000 that's going there. They're setting up shop. Now, I'm going somewhere with this. So they're North Korea sent about 10,000 troops to Russia to train, and they're probably going to fight against Ukraine. At least that's what they're saying in the next several weeks. And some of North Korean soldiers have already been moved closer into Ukraine. And that's part of the Pentagon, what they've said, and it goes back to what they say, right? I hope you all like that song, Make America Great Again, played before the show. It's a great song. Anyway, but the Pentagon is saying that you got all these soldiers going in there because they're going to fight. And Vladimir Putin on our Tuesday, he launched actually a massive exercise showing the country's nuclear forces again, featuring his missile launches in a simulation of a retaliatory strike. Now, who would a retaliatory strike be coming from? That's the thing. He continues to sort of flex his muscle of what his country can do. And I'm going to say something here that's really going to probably blow you away, but he's always trying to do all these exercises to show his force of what he can do and his capabilities, and it takes him teaming up with another country to even buzz our airplanes, and it's crazy, Bo. But here's the thing: he continues to flex, the country's nuclear muscle, if you want to call it that, and he's doing this even though there's the tensions are rising with over Ukraine. This is my thing. Why does Putin? Now, I don't have a beef with Putin, but I'm going to make a statement here. Why does he try to flex his muscle against the United States, is what it is, to show how big his balls are, but he can't even win against Ukraine? Think about that. This douchebag wants to show his nuclear forces that he's got and everything he can do, and flex his country's muscle to try to intimidate the United States or whoever else. But the sucker can't even win against Ukraine. I mean, how long has this been going on between Russia and Ukraine? A good little bit. And I mean, seriously, you got to read between some of these lines here. It's like, really, it goes back to the old bully. It's the bully that shows his muscle. It's the bully that pushes out his chest. It's the bully that tells her, you better watch out for me. You better be careful. You better this, you better that. But it's the bully that goes home with the broken nose because the guy that was the underdog, knew how to fight. And the bully just knows how to flex muscle that ain't really his. And the other thing is this. I believe all this is a show because next Tuesday, when Donald Trump is voted as our next president, things immediately change. There's no way in hell any of these other countries or these people would try to do any kind of shit show stuff if they know Donald Trump is about to be the president. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. The reason why Putin is still flexing his muscle and doing his thing is just to intimidate right now, because the bully will do that. The bully will continue to do that. Of course, you got the Pentagon. Oh, they're all on pins and needles right now. What can happen? Give me a break. Give me a freaking break. NATO said Monday that thousands of North Korean troops were moving towards the front line and development which has prompted Kyiv to call for more weapons and an international plan. Why is it that you want to flex your muscle and then call on other people to come in and bring a plan or to bring peace? I got news for you. There's about to be a new papa in town, and he ain't gonna put up that crap. Ain't gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. When Donald Trump next week is our duly elected again president. Well, but they're burning ballots, DC. There are people stealing stuff. I know they are. But the difference this time and last time is it's being documented and they're being caught. I wouldn't even put it past asking ex-LEOs, law enforcement officers, or military, or veterans, or whatever, or people that just want to be a badass, to go out and sit. You don't have nothing else to do if you're not working a job. Go spend your time and help America in the next 2 weeks. Let's watch these boxes. And if somebody comes out there and go to light fire, you go out there and you extinguish their fire, if you get what I mean. You stomp their butt for them. I know I would. If I saw somebody out there about to start a fire and throw it in the ballot, I would go over there and I'd probably kick their ass. I'm not lying. I give them a lesson that they would remember, and it would be on the news. There's some guy out there whipping somebody's tail for putting, and the Democratic, they would like turn it around. Oh, people are being assaulted by Trumpers at the ballot box. That's what they would do. They wouldn't even tell the story. Well, we got someone out there with a firebomb and going to bomb these things and catch them all on fire, and some Trumper comes along and just beats them ruthlessly, takes their teeth out and sends it to China. That's what they would do. They'd lie out their teeth about it. Oh, yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. That's what we need. We need more people to go out and just go, that's a waste of time, D.C. I'll tell you what, won't you sit home and eat your potato chips and watch your TV? Let's see how fat you can get. How about let's go, we say we want to make America great, but we don't put any sweat towards it, right? We want everybody else to do the legwork. No, let's do the legwork. Watch your ballot boxes. Watch that stuff. And if you haven't figured out this, don't call your local police. Now, those that are listening to me that are law enforcement officers, I know some of you local guys are like, oh my God, I can't believe you said that. But I'm saying it for your benefit too. I'm saying if you see any of this crap show going on, you need to contact the sheriff's department. Your sheriff's department has way more power than what they think or what they're being told. Your sheriff's department, if feds come up on your property, call the sheriff's department, tell them get the hell off there. And the sheriff's department can tell them get the hell off there and they have to leave. If you call the city police, they're like, well, Billy just got out of high school, went through his 12 weeks of academy. He just got a hard on from pulling people over for speeding. That's all he wants to do. They don't really want to do the legwork. They don't really want to get into the hand tussles, right? They don't want to do all that stuff. Call your sheriff's department. And if you call 911 and they're like, well, we'll send the no, I don't want the city police. I want the sheriff's department out here. Why do you want the sheriff's department? You better send the sheriff's department, because what's fixing to happen? What's fixing to happen down here, down south? What's fixing to happen is somebody's about to get their clock cleaned, and it ain't gonna be the local police that's gonna be able to handle it. You need the sheriff's department out here, and they'll send them out there. Request it, because your sheriff's department, even if the postal service is out there, and postal service is the federal government. Postal service cannot, y'all hear me? Cannot overshoot the sheriff. Can't do it. Protect these things. If this election is so important, and it is, we have got to protect it at all means. Now, that doesn't mean go out and shoot somebody. None of that goofy stuff. But that means if somebody's out there doing something they shouldn't be doing, it needs to be handled. And I'm not saying for everybody to go out there and just to be ready to fight somebody. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you can sure pull up with your vehicle and put the lights on them and then start taking pictures of them, and it'll freak them out and they'll run off. Yeah, they may come back, but at least you got good pictures of them. There are sheriff's departments that are quick. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. To find, there's good and there's bad in everything. Hey, we all know there's bad in federal level. Good Lord. It's everywhere. It's just everywhere. That's why it's important for you in your local communities to find out who your candidates are, not only politicians, even your sheriffs. And vote in people that ain't just the good old buddy. The good old, well, I've went to church with them for 20 years and I know their dad. I used to work with them at the plant, and they're really great people. But you really don't know how. I always go back to Little Billy. You don't know how Little Billy was really raised. You don't know how, if he's his dad could have been a hunter I go out and hunt, and the man, you know, all that stuff. Go out there and kill a deer, rip its heart out and take a bite out of it. You know, I'm talking about the man. The little Billy's like, oh, no, I don't want to do that, Daddy. I just can't do that. I have to sit down when I pee. Mm-hmm. So know your people. Know your people, know your candidates, and vote the right people in. How do you know when you're voting the right people in? What's your platform? Well, I just want to see the community safe. Bullshit. Next person. Well, next candidate. How about you? Well, you know what? I want to be tough on crime. Okay, how you going to do that? Well, we first got to be able to... Nope, never mind. Give me something else. Bring me your Clint Eastwoods, and then we'll vote. What's your stance? I'm going to put a bullet in their ass if they come across me. You know, if they're a thief, they're going to stop thieving. I'm going to give them sharp... I mean, it's going to be bad. And if they're going to be out there... here's the thing. Why do criminals get more mercy than the non-criminal people? The non-criminal people get screwed. But the criminals, you got the right to remain silent. You got the right to this. You got the right to that. I mean, I get it. You got to have your time in court. You got to have your day in court. You got all that stuff. But I'm going to tell you what. Show me a sheriff that says, you know what? You ever seen Buford T. Presser? Go look it up. Okay, what about him? I'll be about 30 times worse on crime. And then you go, oh, hey, that means there's a no tolerance policy on drugs. There's a no tolerance policy on thieving, on robbing people, on all these things. You know, it ain't gonna happen. Show me those people. So yeah, you do have good, you do have bad, and you do have the ugly. And you got to weed through that. Your communities do. And here's the thing. I believe we're going to see that real soon. And I'll tell you why. Because we are witnessing. We are witnessing, and you, the listeners right here today, are a part of this movement. And that movement is making America great. And we're making it great because, one, we're no longer sitting back and being quiet. We're openly engaging the enemy with our voice and with our vote. And, you know, we're openly pushing for these politicians that are crooked to be arrested, prosecuted, and put away. Enough of bending over the American people and giving them the shaft with no courtesy of KY. Okay? That's true. Gone are those days. Gone are the days of the politicians getting up and lying to your face. Well, we only have 2 candidates in this county. We have to. Which is the? Have you ever heard that? I have to vote for the lesser of the evils. Yeah, you do, but run for yourself. And what kind of experience do you have? I don't have experience in this as a sheriff. I'm making a statement here. Well, Bob, how come you don't run for sheriff? Well, I don't have any experience in that. Yeah, but you believe it. Here, get people that are tough on crime. Even your magistrates. You got magistrates that are just all because they were a state trooper in the past and they have failed or they have retired. They still got to have their masculine card filled, so they go run for magistrate. And they're one-sided, guys. They're one-sided. So when a state trooper comes in there, they I got to give him whatever he wants because, I got to make him think that I'm got to puff up my chest. Yeah, I was a former state trooper in 1922, and I mean, no one gives a shit. No one gives a crap. So we vote people like that in, and what happens is people get the screws put to them because it's all about favoritism still. How about put some old school guys up in there that are not swinging right or to the left. They're right in the middle of the road, and they look at everything from fair and balanced and treating each other how they need to be treated. Send a drug dealer up in there and for a magistrate, and let him put like a $300,000 cash bond on him. You make it sting a little bit on him. But these other guys that are got a bench warrant because they had a ticket. Hey, we're going to put an $80,000 cash bond on them. I mean, seriously, guys, get a freaking life. But anyway, Amanda Grace is having prayer at 5, prayer church request. That's great. But anyway, that's my rant on that. But getting back to good old North Korea and Russia, I think it's just a nothing burger. I think it's just them trying to create news. And all that. Israel, you got a lot of stuff going on in Israel. Israel overnight, at least 93 people, including 25 children, were killed in overnight Israel strikes on family home and nearby residential buildings in northern Gaza. Quit picking fights with people that you can't win. If you're a terrorist, if you're a terrorist and you're priding yourself on whether you're going to be a martyr or not, get this shit show going. Get it on the road. That way we can make you a martyr. Because we're done with that stuff in America. Because the heartbeat of America is back, whether you like it or not. It's back, and it's not black or white. It's just pumping red blood. And I have a great feeling that we're going to see a lot of red that has always been blue. Next Tuesday, next week, we're going to see a lot of it. We're going to, and I understand the election causes a lot of fear. As someone asked her, said, "Hey, calm me down." I'm going to tell you this. There's one phrase that's actually in the Bible that repeats itself 365 times. Now, there's also 365 days in a year, right? So, the one phrase that's in the Bible is this: do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. And it's kind of crazy because it's in there 365 times. So for every day that you live, your phrase needs to be, do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. Don't be afraid of what the news says. Don't be afraid of what of any of them doing. Don't be afraid of them. Don't be afraid of, well, they're saying they're going to take this election again. There's so much corruption going on. There's never been a day that corruption hasn't existed. It's there. But you know what? Don't be afraid. I'm not going to be afraid. Well, what if this happens with Trump? What if the election comes and they steal it all? What if? Let me ask you this. What if you have a mind change and a mouth change and say, you know what? There is no what if. I believe we win. I know we win. I know we win. And not only that, not only I know we win, but I also know that I'm not going to be afraid. Even if the mainstream media, and this has been the big message I've been preaching for a long time, even if the mainstream media comes out and goes, well, it's a wrap, it's done, I'm still not going to panic because I know what's going on. And I'm going to tell you what's going on. They cannot cheat. They may try to cheat, but they cannot cheat. They cannot do it. It's impossible right now. Oh, but I saw DC where they're doing this, and I saw where they're faking ballots, and I saw where, all this and all that. Okay. But guess what? They cannot cheat. It's all caught. We didn't come 4 years just to be in the same point we were 4 years ago. There's a lot that has been done. There is a lot that is at stake. And don't you think for 2 seconds Donald Trump would not surround himself with people that are not only watching it the day of the election, but now we're there. We win this thing. You cannot be afraid. You cannot be worried. You cannot be scared. Well, oh gosh, if we just had this, no. Do you realize things are going to play out how they need to play out? Donald Trump made a statement. And his statement was that he had the choice. And I'll try to find it and I'm going to play it tonight. But he says, I had the choice of whether to truly do something at the last election, but we chose to pull back. That way we could change things. Because once I am again in the White House, the American people will not even question what I'm doing and all the people that's going down. I hope you heard me. All the people that's going down. That is absolutely because he could have stepped back in. Well, how's that possible? How is that possible? There's so many ways it could have been possible. But if he, and I said this from day one when I started this show, if Donald Trump would have just said, hey, yep, this is what it's going to be, yada, 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 and say he would have came in and just went ahead and say military jumped in and just swiped this thing up. Because, that was the thing. Oh, the military's coming in. Waiting on the military. Military's already been there. And it ain't just your normal Army, Navy, Air Force. You have Space Force, but you also have ops. And ops is not just a straight across board name for something. You have multiples of different kinds of ops that do different kinds of intel and different kinds of plans and things. They do these. It's how it works. And I went and find this. I saw this, and I wanted to play you this. For those that have said, I don't see nothing going on. I don't see nothing with child trafficking. I don't see where's all these marshals? Where's the ICE? Where is Homeland Security? I don't see nothing going on. I'm going to play you something. And I was really glad to see this come out. It was a 60-minute segment. And, well, I'm just going to play it here.
A suburb of Washington, D.C., where earlier this month, ICE agents gathered in a parking lot before dawn. It's what ICE does every day and has been doing for many years.
Okay, let me stop. Did you hear what she just said? This is actually right outside of Gaithersburg, Maryland. But every day this goes on. Every day. It's just your small town doesn't see this area. But in your big towns, your big cities, SWAT is a full-time job. These guys are out every day. Oh, but I don't see them. The news ain't saying nothing. Well, maybe you're finally becoming educated enough that you realize that the news is not going to tell you everything.
Good morning, everyone.
Their task this morning, locate and arrest undocumented immigrants with criminal histories, including assault, robbery, drug and gun convictions.
This morning, our target is going to be
identified by ICE as a threat to public safety.
Hey, let's roll.
Matt Elliston, director of ICE's Baltimore field office, told us the goal was to catch the first target by surprise.
You've been watching him.
Yeah.
You know his routine.
Yeah, we know his routine. We've been watching him for a couple days.
Wait till he gets about in front of my vehicle.
Sure enough, a white van soon appeared to pick him up, but they didn't get very far.
Hey, how you doing? What you got in your hands? What did you put down?
The man they arrested was a 24-year-old Guatemalan with an assault conviction who had been ordered deported by a judge 5 years ago.
5 years. 5 years this guy's out running around in America, in Gaithersburg, Maryland. And I played you that for this reason, for people that are going, hey, nothing ever happens. I never see nothing. No, don't hear nothing. Because it's happening. It's been happening. And if you haven't seen it, it's not because it hasn't happened. It's because your news doesn't report it. And they won't report it. They won't do it. It's still going on. It goes on every day. That's just one place. One place. Well, how come they're not making a dent in all these people that they're getting and they're sending back? I'll tell you why. Because the current administration has continued to let people in and infiltrate America. And these ain't good folk. These ain't good folk that just want to make a living. These are bad folk that want to come in here and pretend like the good folk that just want to cause havoc. And I hate to break it to them. With the heartbeat of America coming back, so is the testosterone of America. And I hate to think that they would come here thinking that they're going to bring panic and bring discord, because they got another thing coming to them. Because America's heartbeat is all about what Toby Keith said, putting the boot up your ass, because it's the American way. Yeah. So somebody pinned this, Enforcer. What's with all the helicopters in D.C. yesterday? Well, that's what I was talking about at the beginning of the show. That all that was going down in D.C., you know, let me just say this. There is nothing in D.C. that's worth saving. Can I just tell you that? If something truly was really a secretive, not really mission, but just something secretive that they didn't want the American people to know, they could do it. They've done it for years. But what is being done is a public display, and it's actually just they were actually the Harris campaign. They were actually having a, what do you call it? Sorry about that. They were actually having a little tiny drill. And the drill was because if there was another insurrection. Yeah. It's stupid. You know, a lot of them can be. When I lived in D.C., there was nothing. It was every day. Every day there's helicopters. Every day there's airplanes. Every day there's sirens. I mean, there's sirens all the time. Fire. There's police. There's anytime a president would move, the whole daggone city would shut down and freeze in place. You got military bases around there. They do training missions, all that stuff. They may try to push the narrative of there's going to be another J6. It ain't going to happen. I've said it before, and I'll tell you one more time. If there is a black swan event of J6 or them trying to push that narrative, it is not going to be Patriots. It will not be Patriots. It will be the Kamala group. The Kamala mob. That's it. The Kamala mob. The Kamala mob. Coming out there to fight the Patriots. I got this. Are you ready for this? This is just off the top of my goofy brain. the Patriots have arrived to watch and to participate President Trump in his being sworn in as the president of the United States. And then in comes the Kamala mob to bring havoc and discord. And they have been well armed by Tampon Tim with tampons. They're going to try to dry up all these patriots with tampons. Jesus Christ, give me a break. Anyway, it's not going to be anything like that. Of course, they're saying that it's just drills. They're practicing in case and getting things together in case there's something else that takes out. Here's the thing. I'm going to be completely honest with you. If say we did go to war someday or whatever, and Washington, D.C. was just demolished, I wouldn't cry. I wouldn't worry about it. Yeah, there's historical things. I hate that part because I love history. Love it all. But you know what? I mean, enough of that. Enough of that. D.C. is not our God. Washington, D.C. is not the Lord of our lives. Washington, D.C. is not, we quit making it a daggone idol. It's not an idol. It's a place of corruption. It's a place where pedophiles have served in elected positions and continue to do that stuff. All kinds of crime, all kinds of stupid stuff. We have to stop thinking it's just so great, But anyway, so I'm playing another thing here from Democrats. They just can't comprehend Trump voters.
20,000 diehard fans in the middle of Midtown Manhattan. The left saw that and they snapped.
Donald Trump's got this big rally going at Madison Square Garden. There's a direct parallel to a big rally that happened in the mid-90s.
Stop. That's Tampon Tim. If I was Donald Trump, of course I'm not, but if I was just someone like an advisor close to him and say, listen, you're the biggest troll of the United States, right? So here's what you need to do. You need to hand out tampons, everybody that comes to the event. Hand them out.
1930s at Madison Square Garden.
It's discouraging that so many people would gather and rally to hate.
So it's a shame, and it's shocking too, that people would actually, that they would have the audacity to actually show up. And not only that they would want to support their candidate. Can you believe the audacity of the American people for wanting to show up and just, it's so hateful. It's so hateful. What a cunt.
Speech in America, that it's discouraging and it hurts. Oh my gosh. How did we get here? How did we get here where a stadium of people come to hate? That's a different country, a different time.
This was a hate rally. Mm-hmm. This was not just a presidential rally.
Coming from AOC, that's an actual terrorist.
This was also not just a campaign rally. I think it's very important for people to understand that these are mini January 6 rallies. These are mini Stop the Steal rallies.
None of this fake outrage is...
What did I just say to you? If anything was going to happen, they're going to try to do another fake mock. See, they set the narrative. They try to set the narrative of, these are just mini J6.
Breaking through. No one's even watching MSNBC anymore. In this new media landscape, the age of information, you can't hide the truth from the people anymore.
I've heard so much about Trump being angry and he's a fascist and a dictator, but problem is when I listen to him, I don't hear any of that.
Donald Trump packing the Garden with 20,000 diehard fans in the middle of Midtown Manhattan. The left saw that and they snapped.
Donald Trump's got this big.
Here's the thing. I fully believe they're going to try something. I really do. Now, I'm not saying panic, because I'm not going to panic. I told you I'm going to. I will be in D.C. when Donald Trump is sworn in. I'll be there, and I know a lot of law enforcement is going to be there too. A lot of my friends, I know it. But I'm going to tell you right now, let somebody spit on me, let somebody grab my flag, let somebody push me, get in my face and yell at me and put their hand up in my face, I'm going to wipe their ass right on the ground. I'm not lying to you. I'm telling you straight up. I will wipe that sidewalk clean. And if there's multiples, then you know what? Multiples will get cleaned up. And I'm not speaking hate speech here. I'm speaking taking up for my freedom. I am speaking no longer will America sit back and let these lunatics intimidate, physically harm, take your stuff, you spit in my face, I'm going to take your mouth off for you. I swear, I will take your teeth out, put them on the sidewalk and piss on them. I'm not going to put up with that. And I got news for you. Those that listen to the show that don't like, but just here just to get intel or just to listen and go, oh, he's hateful. You ain't seen nothing yet. I'm not the only one that feels that way, because you know why? We've had enough. We've had enough. I'm not going to take a fight to you, but if you bring it to my door, we're going to end it. That's how that works. That's called the boot in your ass. That's the American way. I'm not worried about other countries. I'm not worried about them. I'm not worried about going to nuclear war with somebody. I'm not worried about China. I'm not worried about none of those people. Yeah, we have our eyes on them. Yeah, you just can't be negligent. You have to keep your eyes and your ears open, and you have to have intel. I get all that. But it's time to clean up America. It's time to clean up America. And you know what? If we're going to be Americans, what do I always say? We got to start acting like an American. Got to start acting that way. Oh, but the American way is to be passive. No, it's not. The American way is to fight for what you want. It's to fight for your dreams. It's to build. But if you're always fighting against your brother and your sister in America, it's time to stop calling them your brother and your sister. It's time to start labeling them for what they are. What are they? Oh, my God. I'll tell you what they are. They're a terrorist in your own land. If they do not want what's best for America, they don't want America to succeed, they always want to hold us down, then get the hell out of our country. Pack your shit and go. Go to Ukraine, go to Russia, go to China. Try some of this bull crap you do in America over there. Try it over there. And see. And because I say that's hate speech, DC, that's hate speech. No, it's not. It's called common sense. It's called, hey, America's finally pulled its head out of its ass and it realizes that we want to do great. We want to be good again. You know, and we were talking about the sheriff's department and police. The problem with the police departments in local police departments is their hands are cuffed by their administrations, their mayors that have zero experience in law enforcement, have zero experience in pretty much anything. And I'll tell you why. Because little Bobby and little Susie has been just great people. We've known them all our life. So we're going to vote them in to make all the decisions. And they rape the police departments and the fire departments and the EMS. They rape them of all their money. They rape them of anything they can have to have good stuff. If your county is driving around and your police cars are shipmobiles, shame on you. If you're driving around and your ambulances are half broken down all the time, shame on you. Your fire departments can't even get out to put out a fire because they're undermanned and they're not paying them enough. Same with the police, too. Same with the fire. Same with the EMS. They got crappy vehicles and crappy pensions plans. Shame on your county and your state and your city officials. Amen. Praise God. Making America great just don't start with a vote. It starts with action upon everything in your community. How can you make your community better? Well, I can't really do anything because the powers that be. Then you know what? Start a campaign to get those powers that be removed out. Silicotta, Alabama. Get rid of those people. Push hard to get them voted out. And for those of you pastors that listen, that secretly listen because you can't really publicly say you listen to him because he curses a little bit. He's got a potty mouth. DC's got a potty mouth. Can't really tell everybody I heard what he said on the radio. Those of you pastors that know you have the ear to people, you need to start being honest with them. Oh, but I am. I preach the word of God. Now, let's. If you want to preach the word of God, fantastic. But you need to really help your communities. Oh, but we're the hands and feet of God. Well, from the looks of it, you're pretty daggone crippled because you still haven't done a lot. Everybody uniting as one. And what the Democrats see by just Donald Trump having 20+ thousand, that was just inside, wasn't including outside. They had to throw out its hate speech. You want to know why? Because they're scared crapless right now. They're scared. They know that the Patriots are coming to knock on their door. You're evicted. Time to go. We've had enough of your show. Out of here. Do not expect the next few days to be a cakewalk. It's still a fight. They're still going to fight. Do not be surprised if they start throwing the mainstream media. Oh, we got 1 hour into the election, and Kamala's already won. She's already heading every state. And try to project. They're going to try to project her the winner as early as possible. But I got news for you. Ain't going to work. Because he's not someone that will concede. Donald Trump will never concede. And not only that, we know we're going to win. And they may try to pull out every little thing they can, and I'm sure they will. But Trump said something. I'm going to play you this. This is great. I can get it to freaking play. Jeez.
The congressmen elected, and we got to get the senators elected, because we can take the Senate pretty easily. And I think with our little secret, we're going to do really well with the House, right? Our little secret is having a big impact. He and I have a secret. We'll tell you what it is when the race is over.
Have you ever wondered what that little secret is? I'll tell you what I believe that little secret is. I believe that little secret is this. Epstein list, Weinstein list, Diddy list. I believe, see, knowledge is power and it's leverage. I believe their little secret is a list. And they know that they're busted. Donald Trump said something else. I'm going to play this for you too.
This will be America's new golden age. It's going to happen quickly, too, very quickly. Every problem facing us can be solved, but now the fate of our nation is in your hands.
And we're going to win. We're going to win. We're going to win this thing. But yeah, Donald Trump and his little secret. That's funny. Anyway, so Biden Harris. They've asked me several times here. The video, I've got video here I'm looking at. I don't know if there's audio on it or not. We'll see. These are your helicopters in D.C., out in front of the Capitol, military, Blackhawks, whatever you want to call them. Everything's out there. And so that's been a big question today. Everybody's asked that, and I'm going to answer it one more time, just so everybody can hear it. That is actually the Biden-Harris regime, whatever you want to call it. They sent out these, they're training, supposedly training for military conflict in Washington, D.C. That was like the dozen of helicopters at the Capitol and flying around. And people are panicking. People were, what's going on? What's going on? Nothing new's going on. This has went on several times. But they're training, but the difference of the training this time is they've actually specifically said they're training for military conflict in D.C. Let me tell you this. Military conflict in D.C. If there's a military conflict, it will not be with patriots. If something was to ever happen, don't ever engage. Don't do it. Don't engage. Sit back and watch. You don't want to be a part of what's going to go down if it ever would go down. And do I think something's going to go down? No. Other than there may possibly be a J6 thing, but it ain't going to be patriots. It's going to be people that are infiltrating to be acting like patriots or MAGA or whatever you want to call them. But it ain't us. Because we don't do that. We don't. That's the difference between the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. Well, let me rephrase that. There's a difference between the tampon party and the Patriot Party. I like that, Patriot Party. The difference is the tampon party will cause a scene, cry, scream, beg, accuse, everything else. They'll actually pay other people to do things. They'll actually lie, cheat, steal, do everything they want to do. And the Patriot Party, we don't put up with that. We don't put up with that. The Patriot Party is the one that if you bring the fight to the door, they end it. We're not ones that go out and start fights. We end them. Conflict resolution, right? Those of you business people like that word, conflict resolution. We need conflict resolution here. I tell you what, you bring the conflict, we're going to bring the resolution. Patriot Party will bring the resolution. So I don't. That's nothing new with all that going down. I will say this. That also ties in right there too. If I don't know if you didn't hear about it, you're going to hear about it again, or you're going to hear about it, and then also if you've already heard about it, guess what? You get to hear about it again. But anyways, so a couple of weeks ago, I gave the statement. Plus, also I read the military documents on this, but also where the administration, actually Biden-Harris, got it signed in to where the military can use lethal force upon U.S. citizens. That's absolutely true. And now we're seeing this training for a military conflict in D.C. These are two things that coincide with each other. There's a plan to disrupt, to destroy, and to cause problems. But Donald Trump's a little bit smarter than that. He's smarter. We're smarter. We're not dumbasses like the Democratic Party. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. If something would ever break, don't get involved. Don't get involved. ABC, don't like them, right? But ABC actually had a little thing that they did, a news thing, and they were actually complimenting Donald Trump, which was shocking.
I was there for about 6 hours yesterday. First thing I've got to say, Madison Square Garden was packed. People waited hours to get in. They sat through hour after hour of this rally. They were fervent in their devotion to all things Trump. Trump has created a movement. There is no doubt. I cannot think of another Republican figure of my lifetime who could have come into a Democratic city like New York and put together anything like that.
He's absolutely right. And it's crazy because you got ABC of all people complimenting this and, hey, it's a great thing. I mean, like all these people together. But then you got MSNBC going, and it's absolutely just horrible. All these people coming together and for a hate speech. Well, when you can say making America great is hate, then it's time for you to leave the hate place.
Michelle Obama. She was, ooh. I always tried to be so nice and respectful. Oh, she opened up a little bit of a box. She opened up a little bit of something. Oh, she was nasty. Ooh. Shouldn't be that way. That was a big mistake that she made.
Oh, my. I wish she would have said, listen here, Michael. We all know your closet thing. I think it'd be great. Here's the thing. I know people who say, well, you got your group. Your group, DC, is nothing but conspiracy theorists. And I always say, hey, we're conspiracy realists. But you know what? I'm totally doing away with that now. We're no longer conspiracy theorists. We're no longer conspiracy whatever. We are actually called spoil alertists now. You're a conspiracy theorist. Nope. I'm a spoil alerters. We are people that spoil and we alert. We spoil the plans of the enemy. We reveal it and we alert. That's what we do. DC is one who's having important because he never shows his face. Yes, he is. You guys are starting to jump on board and realize some things. People that are, there's a reason why I do what I do. Someone sent me an email. Why do you do this? I don't actually show my face because this one, I want to stay alive. And that's a pretty good reason right there. I want to stay alive. And then not only that, I do a lot of stuff. And that's just how it works. And there is a lot of people that are on different platforms, some even on the same platform as Rumble, that will tell you that they're a part of Q, will tell you that they're part of intelligence, they'll tell you they're a part of this, they're a part of that, part of this or that. And their intel is always 5 days late and $1 short. And the bottom line is they're not part of Q. Because if they was part of Q, they would never be putting their face in front of everything. And the misconception is Q is one person. It's not. There's a lot of people here. And I think you just need to read between the lines. People that are showing themselves, yep, they're part of Q. There ain't no way. No freaking way. Tonight, we'll be on the air again, and we're going to be going over some good stuff. We're going to touch more on Q. I'll give you some good answers on Q. My law enforcement friends that are out here that listen, I want to stay connected with you guys. And y'all get a chance, shoot me an email, dc@eiobn.com. Shoot me your information where you're at. I want to put you guys in a totally different database. And DC, do you have a Trump flag flying at your house? I do. Also have the thin blue line and 1776. I have a bunch of different things. But I want to stay connected. I'm going to build a network there too. Keep in mind also if there's someone that's retired or someone that semi-retired or whatever that wants to be involved in some of the new stuff I'm doing, helping me with that, reach out, let me know. It's not unpaid, it's volunteer because what I do is volunteer. Anyway, if you get a chance, go check out eiobn.com. Let's see here. Yeah, eiobn.com, and check us out. And a lot of good stuff there. If you want to support us, you can support us. There's a place there to donate. Everything you do goes to what we're doing here. And hopefully today, everything was a little bit more smoother on my end. I don't know about yours, but that's because we updated the software and got a new computer in, which is done because of you guys. And we continue to do that to update as best as possible. And plus, we're moving towards our new platform, which will be great for all of our Patriots too, or our Guardians, because you'll have free access to all that stuff. No commercials, none of that stuff. You can go back and have watch parties at your church or at your house or whatever, and go back and watch and all the good stuff. We're still working towards some dates for Louisiana and Tennessee. Next year we'll be coming to Florida. Also, in the next couple of weeks, we got Thanksgiving coming up and Christmas. Trying to figure out which one I want to work on. Will there be a lockdown? No, there will not be. Yeah, keep your head up. Keep your head up. We got a lot of things going on in America. We're going to make America great again, whether they like it or not. I will see you all tonight again. All right. Have a great rest of your day. DC out.
For what we believe is right, together we'll shine in the darkest night. We stand up and make America great again. United we'll fight for what we believe is right. Together we'll shine in the darkest night.